This will be a quick overview for our homework lesson 410 on ThinkCentral. Only a couple more units left before our test, so get ready. This lesson has a lot to do with rounding. We've covered rounding before, so I'm not really sure why we're revisiting it, but we are. So you're looking at 82. What number will it round to? Make sure you know what you're rounding to. You're rounding to the nearest 10. So between 80 and 90 is 82. You can tell by the diagram that 82 is closer down to 80. So you round down. Remember, the rule is 5 or greater, you round up. Less than 5, you round down. So 2 is less than 5, you round down. The answer is 80. 76 hundredths. Don't be afraid of the decimal. It's still a number. You just pretend the decimal is not there. Is it closer to 80? Is it closer to 8 tenths or 80 hundredths? Or is it closer to 7 tenths or 70 hundredths? Well, 76 is above 75, so it's going to round up to the nearest tenth, and the nearest tenth is closer to 8 tenths. 76 on the number line is in between 70 and 80, but if I put the decimal point there, it's the same thing. 76 is over here, so it is definitely going to round up to 80 hundredths, which is the same as 8 tenths. Alright, find the place that we're rounding to. We're rounding to the nearest 10. So I suggest you just do a number line. You can do it that way, or you can do it this way. I like the vertical one better. And so if you do 86, would be right there. Is that closer to 80, or is it closer to 90? Is it closer to 8 tens or 9 tens? And you can see that 6 is greater than 5. Remember, 5 or greater, you round up. So we're going to round this up to 90. The closest 10 is 90. Now we're rounding to the nearest 100. So let's start up here. Well, what number is 291 in between? Well, it's between 200 and 300. So 291 is way up here. So for sure, we're going to be rounding up on this one. So you find the place you're rounding to, which is 2. You look to the right, you see a 9. That's greater than 5. We're going to go up to 300. Now, where is the nearest tenth to 52 hundredths? So here is 50 hundredths, or 5 tenths. Here is 60 hundredths, or 6 tenths. Same thing. So 52 would be 6, 7, 8, 9. 52 would be right here, so 52 hundredths is closer to 50 hundredths, which is the same as 5 tenths. So the answer here is 5 tenths. All right, 412 thousandths. Now this time we're rounding to the nearest hundredth. So let's start at 400 thousandths and 500 thousandths. So 412 would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 412 would be somewhere between 410, which would be here, and 420, which would be here. It'd probably be someplace like that. So you can see that we are very much closer to 400, and that is the same as 40 hundredths. So you look to the place you're rounding to. We're rounding to the hundredths place. You see a 1 in that place. You look to the right. It's a 2 there. 2 is less than 5, so we're going to round down. So we're going to round down to 40 hundredths. A little bit of a problem-solving mystery here. What is the greatest whole number? Make sure you understand this whole number that can be rounded to 10. What is the least? So 2 answers here. So let's write these numbers down. The greatest whole number that can be rounded to 10. So let's start with 10. 10 would round to 10. 11 would round down to 10. 12 would round down to 10 if you're rounding to the nearest 10. 13 would round down. 14 would round down. 15 would round up. 15 round up. But that's not the greatest number, because 16 would also round up. 17 would round up. 18 would round up, 19 would round up. So those all round up. 20 would be round to 20. But 21 would round down to 20. So 21 is the greatest so far. 22 would round down. 23 would round down, 24 would round down, and 25 would round up. So the greatest number, whole number, that's going to round to, we're going to 10. So the greatest number that would round to 10 would be 14. I guess I didn't need all this information. The least number that would round to 10 would be lower than 10. So it would be 9 would round to 10, 8 would round to 10, 7 would round to 10, 6 would round to 10, 5 would round to 10. So the greatest number that's going to round to 10 would be 14, and the smallest number that's going to round to 10 would be 5. They're asking us to estimate this answer by rounding to the nearest tenth and then multiplying mentally. Okay, after finding the estimate answer, go back and find the exact answer. So let's round 64 hundredths to the nearest tenth. Well, 64 hundredths is closer to 6 tenths, and 3 tenths is going to just stay at 3 tenths. So it's going to be 6 tenths here and 3 tenths here, which is going to equal to 18 hundredths. That's our estimated answer. Now we find the actual answer. So we're going to multiply 64 hundredths times 0.3. Here we have 2 decimal spaces, and here we have 1 decimal space. So we have a total of 3 decimal spaces. Just multiply it like normal. I'm going to go shortcut method. 3 times 4 is 12. Regroup the 1. 3 times 6 is 18. And add the 1, get 19. I X out that place value because there is nothing there. And 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 6 is 0. Add them up. Get 2, 9, 1. The decimal spaces come back. 1, 2, 3. So the actual answer is going to be 0.192, which is very close to our estimated answer of 18 hundredths. All right, is there more than one way to round these numbers? Yes, you can always round numbers a bunch of different ways if you're estimating. Why are some exact answers closer to the estimated answers than others? Well, the more you round a number, the farther away you're going to be from the answers. So, yes, there are more than one ways to round a number. The method of rounding will determine how close each estimate is to the exact answer. For example, if you multiply 22 by 38 and go 20 by 40, you get 800. So you're not rounding very far to get that answer, so it's pretty close. But on this one, you're rounding all the way. They're much bigger numbers, so you're going to be off by quite a bit. So the least amount of time that you round numbers, the closer you are to the exact answer. All right, keep studying. That's lesson 410 on ThinkCentral. Make sure you're going step by step and looking at examples to help you understand. And also IXL, I think, is a great skill to practice to master rounding numbers and estimation.